Former World Bank quality assurance expert in higher education, author, career counselor, business coach, chairman, Global Entrepreneurs Grid, and founder president MTC Global, a global think tank in higher education. He is a champion mentor in Startup India Initiative, Government of India, and mentor of change at Atal Innovation Mission, Atal Tinkering Lab, Niti Aayog, Government of India. Author of 21 books, over 100 papers, serving in the advisory board of many organizations, B schools and universities in India and overseas. A sought after speaker in national and international forums, Professor Datta has over 25 years of experience in defense, corporate higher education, research, consultancy, and startup activities. A change maker and a force behind over top 50 path-breaking initiatives under MTC Global and thus adding values every second in education space, cutting across geographic region. I welcome you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Thank
Yes,
you,
sir.
ma'am. Am I audible? Am I audible? Thank you so much. Very good morning to all of you. At the outset, let me extend my heartfelt thanks to the chairman, secretary ma'am, vice chairman, principal sir, and the MBA team for having organized these wonderful 2 days e-conferences in challenges in management and the opportunities during this COVID-19 situations. I also extend my heartfelt thanks to all the participants, especially to the students of MBA department of Lord Institute of Engineering and Technology. Thank you once again for the invitation. Thanks to Dr. Sayed who reached out to me to join this 2 days e-conference. Thank you once again. And I have chosen the topic digital transformation. Before I go to the topic, as we know that we all are passing through difficult time and there is a new variant, Delta variant of COVID-19, which is reported in the newspaper today. 16 cases in Maharashtra and 6 cases each in Kerala and Madhya Pradesh. So there are worries and it's a matter of concern, and Ministry of Health already made announcement about this new variant. So we all need to be careful, follow the standing operating procedure, the protocols of COVID-19, and keep ourselves safe and healthy during this difficult time. But this physical distance need not lead to any kind of knowledge distancing, or social distance need not necessarily lead to any kind of knowledge distancing. An academic world has responded very well since February 2020. So this is one transformation. We never thought that academicians and students will come online and engage the sessions regularly, follow the timetable, having conducting the examinations, the assessment, daily assessment, and this is something very, very fantastic. Someone said that the people, those who have adapted with the changing scenario, have lived very well during this pandemic time. Having said that, there are a lot of negative impacts on the industry, especially. We see that some of the industries, they have badly hit due to this pandemic. To name a few, the tourism industry, the travel industry, the hospitality industry, transportations, they are the big hit. On the same time, there are certain areas or companies, those who have done extremely well, like e-commerce, the companies using the e-commerce platform, the healthcare sector, the banking sector, the financial sectors, they have done pretty well during this pandemic time. Yesterday it was there in the newspaper that Wipro has announced second time incentives for their employees. So companies are doing well. At the same time, there are companies like Facebook, Google, and TCS, those who have announced that until March, April 2022, majority of the workforce will work from home or work from anywhere. That means no, they are taking enough precautions to call back all the employees to the campus. So this is the current scenario. We have to live with it until unless no the 100% vaccination is there and we find out some no 100% solution to this problem. Having said that, but industry and life or academics, we cannot stop. No, we need to continue our efforts to deliver values, and we need to live our life also in a happier ways. And there are means and ways to do that. When we talk about digital transformation, many a time we confuse that having our digital presence. That means many organizations, they have their website, okay, they have their social account, and they feel that no, they're digitally sound or active. But that's not the case. Digital presence means how we can facilitate and engage with the customers and give them wonderful experience, whether they're purchasing any product, service, or any kind of okay needs they are looking at from the companies or the academic institutions. So KPMG made an announcement just before this COVID-19 situation broke out that digital transformation is going to happen in next 10 years massively, but we could see that in this 1.5 years we have transformed what supposed to happen for the next 10 years. So this pandemic situation has forced the companies and the educational institutions to come online, to adapt to the new technologies, to the new challenges, and overcome the pressing challenges and convert these challenges into some kind of opportunities. We see the massive growth of industries, especially, and there is a lot of requirements also in the domain of artificial intelligence, blockchain, okay, augmented reality, robotics. So many people are worried what will happen because companies are going for massive digital transformation. They're using both in place of their customer service or the reception desk services. What will happen when we come back to normalcy for the employment perspective? If these technologies are taken over during this time, whether enough job opportunities will be there or not in these specific areas. So there are, but having said that, so what is very much important during this pandemic is that we need to upgrade, we need to upskill ourselves, especially in the area which industries are moving, like artificial intelligence, robotics, analytics, in all these areas. We need to upgrade ourselves. So that's the way how we can tackle okay the changes in the industry requirements and the employee seeking for jobs. And I'm sure that you have seen that the Amazon CEO Jeff Bezos, they announced that he want to make it. No, he wants to go to space, and there is a lot of funding and a lot of people across the world. They have already bought tickets to fly along with Jeff Bezos, the richest man of the world. See a lot of innovations, and to look at this Elon Musk, okay, the founder and CEO of Tesla company. They have started their subsidiary in Bangalore last year during this pandemic time, and there is massive growth. He is bringing a lot of disruptions. Like he launched the SpaceX, okay, traveling to the space, the Hyperloop, the new mode of transportations. So a lot of innovations and disruptions are happening, and COVID has forced almost 2,500 new products have launched during this particular pandemic to address the people's needs and preferences. So these are some of the innovations what is making a lot of news. I think we need to adapt suitably to meet or to keep space with the changing requirements. That's one of the need we need to do it. And education sector, especially if we look at, we could see that all the academic institutions, they have come online. They are engaging their sessions regularly. Like for example, this conference, a lot of conferences are happening online. A lot of free platforms are there. A lot of free platforms are there, and paid are also there. And we are able to use all these platforms effectively. So that's the beauty of quick adoption with the new technologies. Online proctor, no face recognition system to check whether no really students are appearing for the exams, no, or there is some proxy. So technologies have responded very well, and in fact, technology is the savior. We can say that during this pandemic time, and almost all the companies, the retail sector growth is tremendous during using the e-commerce platform. And Reliance, they started GeoMart during this pandemic, the aggregator, and it's a big success. Okay, so if you look at the industry, and you see a lot of edtech companies are coming, providing the support systems to the education sector. A lot of new LMS, the learning management softwares, have launched during this last 1.5 years, and they are supporting the academic world. So these are some of the areas wherein we can see there is a huge growth, there is a huge prospect, instead of having a lot of challenges. Now, whenever we talk about digital transformations, as I said, it's not about just having our presence, web presence. It's about adapting to the new technologies and providing better customer experience. And we have a lot of tools available today. Okay, we have social media. You see, during this pandemic, no, the Indian entrepreneur, to compete, to beat the competitions of Twitter, they have launched Coup. Okay, likewise, there are many applications. India has banned more than 50 Chinese applications, PUBG and other famous online games, and we could see a lot of Indian entrepreneurs have come out in this sector, and they are doing wonderful. So having said that Indian no ecosystem, the startup ecosystem, if we look at, I think they are doing quite well. SME sector is a big hit, but SME sector providing the healthcare, the equipments and machines, they're doing quite well. And government has come out with a lot of support mechanisms to support these small medium enterprises. So government is doing its bit, but again, this nature of the virus is something different every time it is coming with the new variants after mutations. So that's a big challenge, but we need to accept this challenge and we need to move forward. And I think the digital presence and the digital transformation are the ways wherein we can find out the process for survival and the growth. And this is going to stay there even when we come back to normalcy. I believe this digital transformation, what is happening during this time, will going to stay there. Now, in case of digital transformations, I think there are different areas. I think as a student, especially students, they need to understand and they need to upskill themselves, whether it is a social media marketing using the Facebook and Twitter, LinkedIn profile. Okay, they need to understand these technologies well, and they need to make use it this platform proactively. We see a lot of academic institutions and corporate entities, they are engaging their prospects over LinkedIn, Twitter, and Facebook, and they have dedicated team to do that. And as a students and academicians, we need to understand, because our online reputation is very very critical. Whenever we do online, its print remains there even we delete that particular post or document from the online. So we need to be very very careful about our online presence. We need to ensure that we engage with our prospects and reach out to the people about what we are doing. And I think Facebook group and Facebook community is very useful, and many people have seen that they're using Facebook group and Facebook page. They're coming live Facebook, okay, to market their products. And a lot of startups, they have used this platform successfully. We have YouTube, and we see that many YouTuber, okay, they are earning in millions, okay, and they're coming out with fantastic videos. And we have the YouTube live, and most of the education institutions, they're coming out YouTube live, and conducting different programs, okay, to create awareness or to upskill the people in general. I think these platforms to be used to the fullest potential, because these are the free platforms, social media platform. We see that blogging has make a big impact. Okay, these blog sites, there are a lot of free blog sites wherein we can write our thoughts, our views on different topics. And someone rightly said there will be a time when we can find that instead of publishing our paper in some Scopus and ABDC journal, we could publish them on the social media, which are free, and we can reach out to most of the people. and these white papers will be a source of great knowledge and the wisdom. A lot of LMS we find, free LMS softwares also today on digital space, which can be used effectively. So this digital transformation, using our dedicated web page of the organizations, using the blog, using social media marketing, the analytics, and many, they have introduced their own applications to engage more proactively to the prospects. Okay, the Google AdWords, the search engine optimizations. So these are some of the areas wherein no people are talking about today. And definitely the e-commerce platform, as I said, no using e-commerce platform, they are making huge profit. I think what is very important during this pandemic time is to think differently, right? What Steve Kerr has rightly said in his book, you can win, that winners don't do different things, they do things differently. I think that's the way we need to think differently, we need to do the things differently, and we need to beat these challenges arising out of COVID-19 situations. And the digital presence, as the chief guest spoke about, industrial revolution 4.0, and now the bidding for 5G also started, okay, in India. And we'll have the high speed bandwidth, the optic fiber bandwidth. I'm sure that this will bring some revolutions, not only in the industry, but it will be real time even in the academic. We could see a lot of e-lab started also, okay, because engineering programs especially, the lab is a matter of concern which cannot happen online. But IIT Delhi, they have come up with some e-labs, and there are a lot of applications also which is supporting the e-lab. So digital transformation is happening in a big way during this pandemic time, and we all need to respond to it proactively. I think that's the only way we can how we can survive during this pandemic time. So the students, especially those who are present here, they need to understand, you all need to understand the essence of digital tools and technologies which are available today, and we need to upscale ourselves, upgrade our knowledge and skills in this particular domains, and make use of those the knowledges into practice. So the passing out batch of 2020-2021 had a big challenge, because as per the report, Center for Monitoring Indian Economy, around 20 crores job loss in the month of May. I think that's a massive that massive job loss. So industries are not doing well, okay, and no fresh recruitment, lot of layoff, retrenchment, and salary cut. So these are the common things what we read in newspaper and from our friends. I think let us not lose hope. I think let us not lose hope. There are opportunities in the new area also are there in the digital space. I think we need to know upskill, we need to enhance our know skills in those areas and make ourselves know employable. So employability is a concern, but we cannot say that there is no employment. I think entrepreneurial ecosystem, beside looking for a job into the new emerging areas like artificial intelligence and analytics, I think the entrepreneurial ecosystem is also very supportive in terms of Startup India, Digital India. Then we have the Atal incubators also in and innovators in many engineering colleges funded by the AICT. I think massive steps are taken to boost this particular sector, so that the challenges of getting jobs can be we can convert into entrepreneurs, and we can create job opportunities for the others. So, ladies and gentlemen, I think we are passing through a very, very difficult time, all of us, but we have responded quite well during this pandemic time, and we could see a lot of innovations, and we need to think differently. There is no other way. As it is rightly said, that a life not by default, a life by designing. I think it is in our hand, and we need to adapt to the challenges, and we need to come out with new thoughts and new ideas to beat these challenges, and come out successfully. Like for an example, if I say that say tourism industry is a big hit, and we could see that a lot of startups, they have come out with innovative ideas on virtual tourism, right? Virtual tourism, wherein no people can go through their website and visit different places and interact. I think that's something kind of innovations. I think Mumbai one tour operators, they have introduced that if somebody wants to go to US and take vaccination and come back, with 15 lakhs rupees is the package, they need the clearance from the government. So I think this kind of innovations are what actually required. And World Economic Forum, they have come out with a lot of new insights into the challenges, and they said that one quality what we all need to have, not because of this pandemic, but due to the fast changes into the environment and people needs and preferences, is about learnability, the ability to learn fast. I think that's one quality we all need to have, because due to the COVID and the changes in the corporate practices, we need to learn new tools and technologies, and we need to come up with new thoughts and ideas. And that's how we can survive, that's how we can ensure sustainability, right? That's how we can ensure sustainability. World Economic Forum also suggested that by 2050 there will be a new breed of people, and they'll be called as consultant. People will like to work from home in their own space, in their own time, using the digital platform, the digital tools and technologies. Because the beauty of digital tools and technologies, what rightly the chief guest spoke about, that in Dhaka, to travel from one point to other point, it takes around 2 hours time, a small distance of maybe 20 minutes. I think there is a lot of loss in the energy and the efforts, but now he could do it sitting at home. He could do 2 hours in 3-4 different meetings. I think that's something, that's something, the efficacy of being on digital. Now this particular conference is happening. I am sitting in Bangalore, someone is from Dhaka, someone from other cities. We are all able to meet online and able to deliver and interact with all of you and learn from each other. I think the need is collaboration, from competition to collaboration. I think that's the new trend what is coming up. There is a new theory of self leadership and emotional leadership, which are doing big during this particular time, because all are stuck at home, right? During this pandemic, there are a lot of challenges, being at home all the time, cut off from the society, from the other network and physical face-to-face contact. I think a lot of stress is coming out of this particular situation. So we need to emotionally, we need to be very, very strong, and we need to distress ourselves. We need to find out ways wherein we can rejuvenate ourselves, come out with the new ideas and thoughts. And self-leadership, which we all are talking about today, how we can manage ourselves properly, we can maintain our motivational level and come out successfully with new ideas and thoughts. So I think these are the call for the time, and we need to respond to this. And digital platform today, we are able to do the MDP program, the online conferences, getting connected with the resources across the world, and the knowledge what is being shared during this time. I think that's something very, very fantastic, and this is only possible because of that we are connected digitally. But we need to come. But once things get normalized, we need to go back to the campus, to the normal life. But we need to ensure that the blended mode, the transformation what has happened, we need to make best use of it, right? Because digital presence gives a lot of leverage, which is otherwise not possible in face-to-face mode. So this need to be there, and along with the face-to-face contact, and definitely we can do wonders. We can do wonders using the technology. I think this is a big change. I think this is a big positive change, in the people's mind, in the people's attitude, that people have become, tech savvy, and they're able to, face the challenges and the difficulties. Then they are able to come up with the new ideas and thoughts. I think that's something very, very, wonderful, positive aspects of COVID-19 situations. So especially my dear students, I would like to address that to you especially. Let us not lose hope, because there is not much job opportunities in the corporate sector. Let us not lose hope, because definitely corporates is coming out with a lot of alternative ways to engage with the customers, and a lot of companies are making good profit. So, especially as I said, like financial sector, insurance sector, healthcare sector, pharmaceutical sectors. They are doing quite wonderful, including the IT enabled services sectors. They are doing fantastic across the world. So we need to build up. We need to build up in those areas. Even we are from the management background, I think some kind of technical inputs, some kind of digital marketing tools and technologies create understanding those and able to apply those tools and technologies into the business field. I think those are the areas we need to upgrade ourselves, and definitely I'm sure that and connected with that, the entrepreneurial opportunities. I think each one of us, whether we start an enterprise or not, we need to become entrepreneurial. We need to become very very creative in our approach, whatever we do it, and definitely we can come out successfully in our lives or in our career. So I think that's wonderful to be there in this particular e-conference in challenges in management and the business opportunities. And I am very honored and privileged to share my some of the thoughts with the distinguished audience. And I'm sure there are a lot of eminent speakers are lined up, and there will be good amount of knowledge sharing, and probably at the end of tomorrow, I think a lot of inputs, a lot of takeaways from the eminent speakers and from the interactions with other speakers. And I wish the MBA team and the Lord Institute of Engineering Technology, one of the premier institutions in Hyderabad and in India, all the very best. And please stay safe and stay healthy, and take care of yourself. And because health is first, if we are alive, we can do a lot of wonders in life. And thank you so much for the wonderful opportunity. And thanks a lot. Thank you.